Want to know what I'm doing here? Well, that's simple. I'm here to dissect this juvenile fawn for my lab safety class. It's a very, very long process, and you have to be careful that you don't hurt yourself or damage the bones in any way. You want to know what I've done so far? Well, that could take a while. You might want to sit down. Use the chair right there. Oh, wait! I almost forgot the most important part! Whenever you're in this dissection lab, you always want to make sure you're dressed in 3 things. Your lab coat. Sometimes it could be way too long for you, so just make sure to roll up the sleeves as much as you need. Then, you're going to grab some safety glasses. They're not that stylish, but it saves your eyes from getting splattered with blood. And then finally, you want to put on some gloves. We have lots of different sizes, so make sure when you pick one, it's not too big or too small. If the gloves you got are too big, they're going to be baggy, and then you might accidentally cut yourself when you're using a blade. If you get gloves that are too small, your fingers aren't going to be able to move very well, and then you won't be able to cut very easily. Okay, whenever you are doing a dissection, you always want to make sure you have the tools out before you get the animals out. They will either be in the refrigerator over there or in the freezer right there. If they're in the freezer, you have to make sure you even thaw it in the sink before you start cutting it. The tools that you're going to need are some tweezers so you can grab the muscle, some scissors so you can cut through tendons, and you're going to want to make sure you get one of these and one of these. This is your blade. This is what it's going to go on. So when you peel it open, you want to make very sure that you're going slowly so that it doesn't fall and you don't hurt yourself. Now, when you put it on, you want to make sure that it matches up. If I do it like that, it doesn't match up. So I have to flip it around so that it matches up and fits right there. And then you're just going to squeeze it through the small part, and it snaps in, and there's your blade. And then you're going to want to throw this either in the trash can, or you can put it in this bucket. This bucket you always want to have whenever you're dissecting. And then you put a bag inside so that when you are dissecting, like this for example, you're going to grab this with your tweezers, put your blade down, and then put this in the bag right here. When this bag is full, or when you're done, you're going to grab it up and put it over here into our biohazard bin. It's this big red can right here. And whenever you close the fridge, always make sure that it's locked tight so that the cold air doesn't get out. When you're done with your blade, or if it goes dull, you want to grab one of these. You're going to stick this in, just like this, press down on here, and pull this out, and the blade will come out and be in here. Thinking back, I've done quite a bit. It all started with making an ID card that showed my interests, and making it all, you know, Lisa Frank. Come on, I'll show you what they look like. These are the cards you will make if you take this class. They're very easy and fun to make. When you make them, you want to make sure you put your availability hours, pictures that you find interesting, things that you find interesting, topics for example, as well as the classes that you've taken already. Come on, let's go back now. After I made my ID card, I started to do different projects. The first one I did was learning how to use a calligraphy pen to label new bones. The second thing I did was help to inventory and reorganize the collections of the bones that we already had. Also, I learned how to take out the biohazard bag over there and put it down all the way down into the bin outside, and also how to clean up this lab we're in. Let's see. Oh, also, the beakers over there. That was probably my favorite job I did. What you do is put a tray at the very bottom of the sink. What you're going to do then is grab a beaker and slowly start to pour the water out. You want to make sure that the bones don't fall out. If they do, they're going to land on the tray, and then you just put them back in the jar. Then you're going to turn the water on so it's not too hot and not too cold. And then you're going to refill the jar with new, clean water, and then just set it back where you found it before.
But wait! I almost forgot to tell you about the most exciting job I did. So, do you see all these boxes right here? These are called bug boxes. They're filled with colonies of these tiny little bugs that eat the material matters of the subjects that we are dissecting. There was this one time I had to clean one of these boxes that was infested with spiders! It was pretty scary, but I mean, I was gloved up, had my safety goggles on, and my lab coat on, so I just started squishing them with my fingers. Some were as big as quarters. Those were the big bosses. Well, if you can't really think of anything else you want to do in lab safety class, you can also go to the Anthropology Society meetings. They usually meet in the Ethno Library. Or you could go to the ArcPhys lunch talks. They meet on the second floor, I believe. At those meetings and the lunch talks, grad students and teachers talk about the stuff that they're working on, so you can think about what kind of things you want to focus here at school. Well, that's all I can think of. I hope it was interesting for you. See you around the department.